too. Knows about the grind. Yeah, the bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again. What's up, nasties? How you doing? Welcome to EST Afternoon here on Edmonton Sports Talk, coming to you live from the William Huff Studios. It's Benny Blanco from the Bronx, Matthew Wannick, Hernan Salas here with you on this Thursday. It's gonna be a fun show. Good stuff. Matty, why are you always getting chirped about being late? What's this story?
I get chirped for apparently because the hangout's late or something. People believe, although it's supposed to start 5 minutes after the morning show.
Oh, okay.
But it goes at like 9:06, 9:07, so I get chirped for being late. And then, but there are some other things behind the scenes that Benny has seen, so he knows it's not always me.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm going to leave it at.
Oh, okay.
And it's not Benny. It's absolutely not Benny.
I just got thrown under the bus.
No, it's not Benny at all.
Even today, it was a little bit me too. I'll take a little bit of blame today. But
For what? Oh, for this show.
Yeah, for this show.
No, but for the hangout and stuff in the past, like it wasn't.
Yes.
Benny will have seen reasons as to why,
Okay.
but I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yep.
It is Thursday, right?
It is.
Yeah, okay. Thirsty Thursday for all of you that like to
Partake
in maybe a bevy. I'm off the booze until the marathon, Maddie.
Good for you.
Yeah. Got to keep this temple clean.
I am off the booze until tomorrow night.
Nice.
Actually, no, today. I'm going for drinks with somebody.
Oh, look at this.
No,
guy.
I'm off it for a few hours. Buddy or somebody that, buddy, I'll call him buddy. Used to work with him back in the day, like Oil Kings and stuff. He does stuff at Riverhawks games. I always see him. He texted me yesterday. He's like, you up for a visit and some beers? I was like, absolutely.
Nice.
So we're going a little after this afternoon.
I went for beers with a buddy last Friday, like one of my oldest friends. We've been friends since we were like 5. We haven't seen each other in a while. It was great. We went to Little Manchester there, sat outside. It was really hot though.
We got Nasty Bash. You're not going to drink at the Nasty Bash.
Maybe one.
Okay.
Maybe
that's
one.
fair. Hey, you don't have to.
I want to watch
I
the
don't know.
game.
I'm assuming there's some non-alcoholic beverages available too, which are just incredible these days.
Have some food, watch the game, hang out with you guys and our nasties.
Have you ever had like a nowadays the non-alcoholics that are out there?
They're pretty good.
They're incredible. Like that if you just sip that, you would think it's beer.
The Heineken one's really good.
I've never had the Heineken one.
Heineken one it tastes like you're having a beer.
Bellett's going to
Well, I
Kayla.
guess-
She ordered one drink that she tried her friends.
Yeah.
She liked it, so she ordered it. And as I'm looking at a can as it came to her, and I was like, "That's non-alcoholic." And she's like, "What?" And so she wanted alcoholic. So I was like, "I'll finish this one for you. You take another one." But it's incredible how good they taste. So maybe they'll be non-alcoholic for you tomorrow for your temple
I wouldn't
to
go
protect
that
your
far.
private temple.
I don't need to have a beer that bad. Like I'm good with a ginger ale.
Oh, okay.
A good old-fashioned ginger ale. Might have one just to start the game. Because I'm going to say it now. Wait, before I get to that, El Presidente says since Dusty doesn't get off the air till after 9, it's kind of his fault that you're late for the hangout. So
No, it's no one's fault.
is that just the way it works in the morning?
Reality is, and this is from the beginning of EST, the morning show, just there's so much to get done, so much to do.
Yeah.
It used to be a 4-hour show.
Yeah.
That we've now brought to 3 here. Now there's it's largely uninterrupted. But it's one of those, like, there's just so much. I don't want them to rush fully to get off the air.
Yeah.
So the hangout is kind of like, we will start. We need some time to, sometimes I'm taking like Eric or Trev, so they need time to reset. Yes, I just need times to move some things over. So it's no one's fault. It's no one's fault.
And then Big Maple has, have you made up with the Trev yet? Yeah, we made up today. He had some really nasty things to say about me this morning I didn't appreciate, but we cleared the air. We cleared the air. I'm going to say it now, Maddie.
Okay.
And you heard it here first.
Well, no, we heard it yesterday with Jay.
How do you know what I'm going to say?
Because I know exactly what you're going to say.
Guaranteed the Elks are winning tomorrow. Guaranteed. I've seen the light and I've seen the depth charts. There's no way Montreal's beating the Elks with that roster. No way. No chance. We'll get to it. And I'm going to double down. Guaranteed. BC Lions win tonight in Hamilton.
Wow.
Hamilton got away with one last week. Won't happen tonight. You heard it here first.
Yeah, they'll be more motivated to get the victory themselves.
You want to sprinkle a little bit of money? Play Alberta. Elks, BC Lions. Stack it. What do you think about that?
I'm worried about Hamilton because they're due. There is a point that they're due. The last 2 games that they've played, it's taken late scores to win them the football games. But BC's traveling. As for Edmonton, it was Jay's play that he got it boosted. I think at one point it was plus 160. I don't know if it's still up at Play Alberta. That's how I knew you were going to say Elks are going to win. I don't think he said guarantee, but so that I'll give to you. After this start, where I've been wrong about this Elks team entirely. I was predicting a 10-win season. Ooh. I will evaluate as seasons go on, and my evaluation of this team right now is there is no way you could ever bet on the Edmonton Elks to win a football game until they win now. It's just that simple.
Well, they've won one game.
They've won one game, but I'm not going to bet on them to go win another game.
They should have won last week.
But they didn't. But that's the ultimate thing of this. Like we could say shoulds, would'ves, if Rankin Grant don't fumble / drop the football, they should have beat the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Like we could say they should have beat the Saskatchewan. Like there's a lot of that, but in the end they've lost. And I don't look at this Montreal roster and think it is so terrible.
Well, it's not terrible.
No, but you still have Sneed. You still have Speaker there. Alex Hollins is a really good receiver. I was worried about him being cut by the Edmonton Elks at the start of the season. If he's healthy, he's a very good receiver. He's going to be playing. McLeod Bethel Thompson can have good games. But you mentioned yesterday, Caleb Evans, in his first career start, went up against Edmonton and dominated them. Defensively, they still have some really good players. Oakman, Wynn, Guac, I'm pronouncing it wrong, but the Edmonton kid on that D-line. They bring in Deontay Evans, but they still have Sutton back there. He was on their depth chart. Sankey, Beveret's still in that linebacking core. And if we go back to week 3, when the Elks hosted the Alouettes here in Edmonton, I'm just trying. Thomas Erlington, what type of game did he have? 63 yards and a touchdown on the ground.
He's not that good.
He put up 63 yards and a touchdown and 11 carries against the Elks. That's the thing, is that this Elks defense needs. They are brittle, and you're also traveling out east. I don't see this injury report and just think, it's an easy win for the Edmonton Elks. I'm saying the Edmonton Elks need to go prove that they are worth betting money on now. The Edmonton Elks are in a territory where I'm not going to spend money. I'm not going to pick them to win until they show me that they can do it again.
They don't have their starting center, okay?
Okay.
Bethel Thompson has struggled this year. He won one game, and they won because VA was out. Plain and simple. I'm sorry. I don't believe. Erlington, he's probably 7, 8, 9 when it comes to rushing for me in terms of running backs. Sure, Hollins might have a revenge game here. He might be pissed off. Sneed, Rambo, Speaker, all good. Sure, I'll give you that. Defensively, Matty, the safety, Dequoy, is that how you say it? Yeah. He's out. He's an enormous player. So Hamlin moves from Sam linebacker to safety. Murray comes in. Deontay Evans just came off the couch.
He's a vet. He knows how to
play. And
he's
going to start. No, Elks are winning. And you'll all be apologizing to me Monday. We're back Monday. Yeah, Monday.
I'll apologize to you right tomorrow, to your face. Green and Gold postgame show.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, I'll be there. I'll apologize to you if I'm wrong. I just there's no reason for me to believe that the Elks are going to win football games unless they're playing Ottawa. They're the underdog going into it, no matter what.
Because the Edmonton Elks depth chart is out. There's no changes. Nothing at all. No. Everything stays the same from last week, and nothing should change because they should have won that game.
But they didn't again.
I know.
They ultimately didn't again.
But Matty, it's because a receiver dropped the pass.
It's because a receiver dropped the pass. It's because it's not just, it's about execution. They didn't execute properly. And if they go into this football game, and I could point to some other games this season, if they don't go execute this week in Montreal, they're going to lose again. And there's nothing necessarily that leads me to believe outside of one football game that I'm going to bet that they're more likely to start executing the plays and winning football games than not. The sample size is there right now that they need to go prove that they can do it before I'm going to sit here back on air saying, yes, this team's going to do it. You want to know something? McLeod Bethel Thompson, not a great game last week. The Montreal Alouettes destroyed last week by the Saskatchewan Roughriders. You don't think they're going to be fired up? You don't think they're going to be motivated after that type of performance to have a better football game?
Yeah, but don't you think the Elks are motivated too?
Absolutely, but they're also having to travel out east. They're having to go to Montreal.
Revenge game, Cody Fajardo.
So is it McLeod Bethel Thompson.
Revenge game, Julian Grant.
So is it a revenge game for Alex Hollins in a sense?
Can you imagine he just goes off tomorrow?
Here's the thing, Hernan. Based on the history of this franchise of the last couple of years, yes, I could see Alex Hollins having 120 yards and a touchdown in this game.
Oh, don't tell me that.
And McLeod Bethel Thompson throwing for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Absolutely, I can see that.
Okay, but I just feel good about tomorrow.
And I'm glad you do. And I'm glad Jay does as well. I am looking at this, and for me, it's until I see the Elks go out and get another victory, I can't, honestly, you're going to make more money right now betting against the Elks than for the Elks.
I got to look at the line here. Do you have it?
Prove me wrong. That's what it is for the Elks. Prove me wrong.
Yes.
That's the territory I am now. I don't want to be wrong because I bet on them when everything suggests is that I need to bet against them. I would rather be wrong betting against them and they prove me wrong. Now, the line right now, it's -3. It's open. I can't remember what it opened at. Yesterday when we were doing the show, I think it went to 3.5. It dropped to as low as 2.5. Now it's to 3. Montreal -3.
Just have I know when Moss, who was the coach before Moss was it the little guy, Machocha?
Machocha replaced, I think, Kahari. Kahari got let go. Machocha finished off the season, and then he hired Jason Moss.
I think the Elks are 0-4 against a Moss Als team.
You don't think he's motivated?
Because they won in 2022 in Montreal. Taylor Cornelius, 32-31. I just think maybe Machocha was a coach or Kahari still. It wasn't Moss. I think Moss was with the Riders.
This is Moss's 3rd year.
Okay. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Because he won the Grey Cup year 1.
Yeah.
Then there was last year and then there's this year.
You made a good point about McLeod. Like, he's not going to be as bad as he was last week. He only threw for 126 yards.
But if he is, they'll go to Caleb Evans, and we'll see what Evans can do.
Yeah, I'll just say this: the Elks have the best in this game. The Elks have the better quarterbacks.
Who's got the better defense in this game?
Well, if you're going stats based, Montreal, of course. But who has the better quarterbacks?
Doesn't matter.
And I'm including both because you might see
who's got the better receiving core.
I think it's even now.
I don't.
Like, you're missing Philpott and Mack, which are
absolutely. Speaker and Sneed can do it. Can get it done. Rambo draws back in the lineup. He's a vet.
Yeah.
And you're adding Alex Hollins.
I think the Elks got a better running back.
They absolutely have the better running back. Are they equal? Or where are they in terms of the O-line?
And this is the thing, because the O-line, like, we thought the O-line was going to be a strength. They've struggled this year, Matty.
They have not been good enough.
Yeah, but they have, like Beard's an upgrade. Cordy moving to left guard is an upgrade on Foucault. McKellar, sure, maybe you. Who was there last year? Was it? Well,
they had Foucault. They had
Hunter Stewart,
Cordy. They
Tomas
had Ivy.
Jacardilla.
That's who it was.
Tomas, yeah. So, yeah, and because you have Benjamin Victor starting too, who's an unknown rookie.
Victor Benjamin or Benjamin Victor?
What did I say?
Well, which one is it?
Benjamin Victor.
Is it Benjamin Victor? Okay.
And he spelled Benjamin a little different, so it's like Benjamin.
Yeah.
Benjamin.
Where are sacks allowed? I'm just looking for sacks allowed. I got sacks made. Big plays. Why am sacks allowed? Montreal has allowed 12 sacks this season as an offensive line. The Edmonton Elks 21.
Wow. Is that the most by the Elks?
No, Toronto's 23.
Oh.
But between Edmonton and Ottawa, it's 17-21. So it's a big gap there.
We'll get to more Elks and Owls and inside the numbers, but are you with Team Hernan that's very optimistic about tomorrow, or Team Matthew where he's cautiously optimistic?
I wouldn't say optimistic. I'm just cautious. Outright cautious. Optimistic would be, I think they can win, but here it's, I think they're going to lose.
You give them no chance tomorrow?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm not going to sit here and say that the Elks are the better team going into that game or they have a better chance to win until for another game basically this season, take away Ottawa in a couple weeks, until I see this team can execute and finish off a game. It's great that they almost won last week, but in the end, they didn't.
Yeah. All right. Hey, fun show coming up. Continue the Elks and Owls conversation. Of course, tomorrow we're all over it on game day. The boys, starting from the Reed Wilkins show, will be down at the good old Nasty Bash headquarters.
St. Albert Rugby Club is where it is. If I had one emailer say, I don't even know where this is, and they RSVP'd. St. Albert Rugby Club starting about 6 o'clock.
Perfect.
You're more than welcome to come. There's lots of room still.
Yeah, get there, watch the game. It's going to be fun. But coming up today at 1:20, Benny's Blind Rankings. I'm excited for this. I've never done this with Benny. We're going to have some fun there. Ben Steiner from Sports Illustrated and the Northern Football Podcast will join us at 1:40. We got to talk about Thomas Muller joining the Vancouver Whitecaps, so a fun conversation there. Hour 2, Inside the Numbers, Faces of the Franchise, and JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation will get his thoughts heading into Week 10 in the CFL. We also have Stingers tickets to give away. We'll do that much later as well, but we want to hear from you. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat, and if you're there, slam that thumbs up for us and hit us up on the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999. And like always, the afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. You got to check out their Tap 25 restaurant where you can get the prime rib special for just $18.99. It's available 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's 1:18 on the other side of the break. More Elks Owls, and we'll have Benny's Blind Rankings. Keep it locked here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We're back after the break. Here's Ben.
It's the BC Lions and the Hamilton Tiger Cats going at it tonight. Hamilton is on a 6-game winning streak after beating the Elks last Saturday. Rourke and Mitchell will face off tonight at 5:30. For tomorrow, Elks and Alouettes depth charts have been released. There are no expected changes for Edmonton. And to the course, the FedEx St. Jude Championship is underway. Akshay Bhatia is in the lead, sitting at 8 under. Canadian Taylor Pendrith is tied at 16th at 2 under. In the MLB, it's the White Sox versus the Mariners, Reds versus Pirates, and the Marlins versus the Braves for your MLB action. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. Catch them double E action this season as tickets just start at $20. Their next home game is Friday, August 15th at 7 o'clock. Get your tickets now at goelks.com. Benny's Blind Rankings. Following the break, I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Dave Naylor.
Nobody wants to hear this in Edmonton, but defensively, the Elks the last 2 weeks have put up their best performances. The Cody Fajardo switch, I don't think, based on what we've seen the last 2 weeks, anybody has much of an argument about who gives them the best chance to win right now, and that's got to be what it's about for the Elks, because they got to rebuild this fan base, and another season is about to get away from them here.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, presented by Southport Chevrolet. Weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Goodbye. You sure are going to miss them, but their room would make a great yoga studio. Store their childhood treasures safely with Sentinel Storage and find some space for you. Try 4 weeks free. SentinelStorage.ca.
The Canadian Brewhouse is turning up the flavor this summer with our new summer feature menu. Try our jerk chicken skewers, Cajun shrimp tostadas, and street corn salsa. Bold bites made for patio season. Get them while it's hot. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YEG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YEG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Let's begin, pal.
We're back here on EST Afternoons. Edmonton Sports Talk's Benny the Jet, Matthew Wannick, Hernan and Matt here with you on EST Afternoons, coming to you live from the William Huff Studios here in the west side of the city. Hit us up, nasty chat, slam that thumbs up, hit us up on the Rotary inbox, 780-218-9999. Like always, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery all in one place. With easy access to real money games, you can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. We're going to have some fun now with our producer, Ben Thompson. He's Benny's Blind Rankings from Hello Hockey, which is very popular on Saturdays. Of course, they're on their summer break right now. He's also done it on the Reed Wilkins Show with the boys there as well. And this is our first go around. Matthew and I were very excited. We don't know what the topic or what the theme is.
Nothing.
So here we go, Benny. Take it over.
Alrighty, so it's about time I do this topic here. It's funny, you guys were talking docu-series for sports yesterday. So we're not there, but we're around the field. We're going to be doing hockey movies.
Oh, okay. I like it.
We're blind ranking hockey movies based on the fan score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Trying to guess where they slot.
Yeah. Oh.
Based on fans' thoughts.
Yeah.
Fans are already wrong.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Just kidding.
Your first movie I will give you guys is Youngblood.
You can go first, Matthew.
I'm going to slot that in at number 2.
Okay.
Good cast. Still gets talked about to this day, which means it had a holding power. I think there might be better out there still. Like, I think I know what one would be. And I'm okay with some other movies of slotting them lower than Youngbloods. Dean Millar better be happy with me, unless he's mad that I didn't put it at 1.
Where'd you put him?
2.
I'm going to go 4.
Okay.
Wow, that feels low. Oh, I'm going to close my computer, by the way, just to make sure I'm not cheating.
And I love Young. But I think it's going to be 4.
Interesting one. Is that
interesting?
Who's in that? Rob Lowe, is he not? Or who's in that?
Rob Lowe, Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. So, like, I think the acting power, it's not going to be that much lower. That's you. I feel like you're fading. It's probably going to come in at 3, right in between what you and I are saying.
Probably. All right.
Okay.
Number 2.
2 and 4. So alternating numbers here. It's good. Mighty Ducks, the original. Number 1.
I was worried. Like, I don't feel like that's going to be higher than Youngbloods. I would have it higher. I think Mighty Ducks and like those are my favorite hockey movies of all time. I do remember, like Gene Principe, I remember once he said he never watched any of these.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it has as good of holding power with certain amounts. I'm going to say this one. I'm going to put this one at 4.
Ooh. I'm going to go 2.
Okay.
So we're just flopping there. Yeah. I will say I trust it. You used to get mad at me for the amount of movies I've never seen.
Yeah, I'm surprised you've seen these 2.
So I actually haven't seen Youngbloods. Straight up, I haven't seen Youngbloods. I am going based on the reputation of it and things like that. I've absolutely seen Mighty Ducks. I was a kid in the 90s. What do you expect? Youngbloods, I have never seen. I'm going with what I've heard, but I have a feeling you will probably do better than me. I know why if I'd fail on this, why I would have failed.
Okay.
I'm just surprised you fade Youngbloods while you give Mighty Ducks some love.
Because I feel like Youngblood is like I just think people that actually review these movies and grade them and all, they wouldn't have it so high. I think we overvalue it sometimes. I love it. Dean Youngblood. Let's go, Benny.
Okay. Your next movie is Mystery Alaska.
Ooh, 5. I have seen this one. I don't remember it fully. I'm going 5. I don't think that one's going to be voted too high. Like, I have an idea of a couple of movies still to come. They are better than Mystery Alaska.
I got to go 5 too. This movie was terrible.
Except they should do that. Wait, was it Rangers and who?
I don't know.
Who played? They should go bring an NHL hockey game to Alaska.
I think I saw it once and I was like, I'll never watch this again.
Do an outdoor game in Alaska. Why not?
Sure.
That's what outdoor games are for. Go to weird locations or unique locations. Bring one to Alaska. Okay. Go to, is it Juneau?
I think many people would agree with us picking this at 5.
Okay.
I hope so.
Okay.
Goon.
Oh, he just...
I know people liked Goon. Goon was a movie that I think did well in terms of reviews. A lot of people did enjoy this movie. Not, this is a cheesy and all that. It's an easy 3. I could see why more people would like Goon over Mighty Ducks even, so I'm very much okay with that.
I got to go 3 as well. I liked Goon. I thought it was funny.
I've never seen it.
Okay. So that leaves number 1 for both you guys. Slapshot.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping would go there. I was 100% thinking Slapshot would be there.
I think I won.
The 1. Well, really, it comes down to Youngbloods and Mighty Ducks.
It does.
Because
the other
1, 3, and 5 are the exact same.
Yeah.
Youngbloods and Mighty Ducks, we flopped. If knowing this 5 right now, and obviously what's on the YouTube, that's what it gets locked in as.
Yeah.
For me, Slapshot, Youngbloods, Goon, Mighty Ducks, Mystery Alaska. I think I would move Mighty Ducks up to 3 and Goon to 4. I think that's the change I would ultimately make if I could make one. But I'm sticking with what I have to go with. Is there anything now that you know these 5 that you would think like, ooh?
No, I think I nailed it.
You think you nailed it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's only one person.
Okay.
There's only one person that actually knows right now.
So I'll go from the least rated movie.
Okay.
And we'll make our way up, see how it compares to you guys. The worst rated movie amongst the fan score Rotten Tomatoes. Mighty Ducks.
Really?
Oh!
65%.
Fans are wrong. I already knew it. Right off the bat, Mighty Ducks is better than Goon. It's better than Mystery Alaska.
Okay.
Awful.
4 is Mystery Alaska. Damn. So you guys are both 1 slot off there.
But I had the Mighty Ducks closer.
Matt just needed to flip them.
Yeah, I was closer on that one.
Yep. 3 is Youngblood.
Oh.
You've got to be kidding me.
And then 2 is Goon. 1 is Slapshot.
Okay, so I got 2, 3. I needed to flip 2, 3, and I needed to flip 4, 5. Slapshot was right.
That was way off.
Yeah.
Come on.
How is Mystery Alaska better than Mighty Ducks?
So
please.
How is Goon better than Mighty Ducks and Youngbloods?
I'll say that. So Youngblood, Mighty Ducks, and Alaska, 65, 66, and 68%. All within small little differences. And then Goon is 71 and Slapshot's 88.
Mighty Ducks D2 is even better than the first one when they play Iceland.
Oh, DD2 is great.
Yeah.
The reason Canada doesn't move on is if they have a graphic of the standings and Canada did poorly in the other group. They're in the other division.
Yeah.
To have Goon that high is embarrassing. I am embarrassed for movie viewers.
But
right
you
now,
haven't seen Goon. You can't say that, Matthew.
Yes, I can. I've seen Mighty Ducks and I know of Youngbloods. Oh, it's just that.
Try watching Mighty Ducks as an adult. Yeah, I guess.
That's fine, but I still think it's probably a better storyline than Goon.
Max Bezuzu says Mystery Alaska has a scene where they talk about how to beat the trap. Oh, it's realistic at least.
How many of these movies have you seen, Benny?
I've seen Mighty Ducks, Slapshot, Goon. I don't think I've seen Youngblood, and I don't think I've seen Mystery Alaska.
Mighty Ducks or Goon?
What's sorry?
Mighty Ducks or Goon?
I've seen both.
Which one do you prefer?
I'm a Mighty Ducks guy. I think it's
there you
just the
go.
nostalgia of like watching it, being a kid.
100%. Yeah.
Like-
That's what it's all about.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah. Personal rankings for you guys. Where does it go for you guys?
Listen, for me, for my taste, I'd probably put Youngblood 1. Legit.
Yeah. It just has that special place in your heart.
Like Slapshot's good, but I think people overrate it sometimes.
It's been a long time since I've seen Slapshot.
Yeah.
So it's hard. Actually, I don't even know the last time I watched Mighty Ducks. Like, I do prefer, I'll go watch D2 before Mighty Ducks. Although I think Mighty Ducks might be a little bit of a better movie still. D2 is just a little more nostalgic to me.
And a great point by Max Bezuzzi. Youngblood has 2 outsiders. Dally and Soda Pop. Please tell me you've seen The Outsiders.
In high school. I don't remember it.
Okay, but you've seen it.
Yeah, in high school. I was
Have you
forced
seen
to.
The Outsiders, Benny?
No.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm surprised the Love Guru wasn't thrown into this mix.
The what?
The Love Guru.
Okay, is there what
Mike
other
Myers?
movies were ranked for hockey?
I can ask you guys. Sorry, I can search it up. Like, what do you guys
Like, what would be like?
I don't know what else is left. There's not.
What would be left?
There's D2, there's D3, there's the Love Guru. What else would there be for hockey?
Mighty Ducks 2 got a 59 on the fan rating.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Well, I mean, Iceland.
It's pretty childish and stuff. So
Should
like,
have picked a better.
I'm not going to defend the plot or anything in that one. They just.
It's not Oscar worthy.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to be like that should have been 85%. KD2.
Oh, Miracle.
Miracle.
Oh yeah. How's Miracle not higher?
I
picked.
I guess it was Disney.
Yeah, I picked them.
So
I don't know any.
I thought you went top 5.
Miracle on Ice. Hold on, let me look at the.
Herb
at
Brooks. Coach, who is that? Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Miracle on Ice would have been last. 63%.
Are you
I
serious?
thought D2 was 59%.
No, I'm saying in the list you guys had already. If D2's already out of it.
Okay.
Miracle on Ice lower than all of those. How?
I'm just trying to think what other hockey movies are there. Where's D3?
Yeah. let me take a look there. Mighty Ducks 3. Okay, well I can see the critic score was 20%. Fan score 45.
Okay, and where's the Love Guru?
Love Guru?
Does it even show up?
Where's that?
I don't even know what that is.
It was Justin Timberlake. It was Mike Myers. There was a hockey player that was needing confidence, and Mike Myers was to help him. And he's
33%.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So there's Slapshot 2 and Slapshot 3.
I don't think I've seen 3. I've seen 2.
There's a movie called Major Junior. There's another one called Breakaway. Never heard of.
Slapshot 2 is 36%.
I've heard of Breakaway, I think.
Hockeyland.
No. Does Face Off count?
No.
The hockey movie.
It's
No, not Face Off. What's the one?
That's like
there was the bomb inside during the Penguins game. What movie was that?
I know what you're talking. Is that Wesley Snipes? No.
I can't remember.
No, Jean-Claude.
Yes.
Jean-Claude.
Is that considered a hockey movie?
No.
It happened during a Penguins game.
It's like Happy Gilmore. It's not a hockey movie. It's not. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm putting my foot down.
That's fine.
Sudden death.
Sudden death. Yeah, because that happened during the Penguins game.
Yes.
Yeah, it starts with it during the 95 Stanley Cup Finals between the Penguins and the Blackhawks, a fictional rematch of the 92 Stanley Cup Finals. How is that not a hockey movie? It involves the Stanley Cup Final. The Lord Stanley's in the house, I think. Yeah, it's Game 7. Lord Stanley's in the house.
What's that rom-com that they're at a Penguins game with Sasha... that Baruchel, Jay Baruchel.
Jay
Baruchel.
I don't know.
Because they're at a hockey game. That's like their first double date. And he finds out the girl likes him.
Oh, she's out of my league?
She's out of my league. So is that a hockey?
No, but Jean-Claude Van Damme, they're inside the igloo the whole time.
Is that right?
I think so, isn't it?
Well,
it's during the movie, and then they're trying to stop terrorists and stuff because it's going to blow up.
The new Beverly...
Luke Robitaille scores the game-time goal for Pittsburgh, prompting sudden death OT.
Doesn't the new Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy have... doesn't it start at a hockey game? Like a legit Detroit Red Wings hockey game?
I have no idea.
Abutsky, love guru, Seward, Mike Myers' career.
It was not a good movie. It was not. It is not even worth. Like, I can't even sit here and say, go watch it once in your life. Don't bother.
I like Slapshot. Like, I like when the goalie's like, he get picks up and he's effing trade me. Like there's certain parts, but I think people like overvalue that movie way too much. It's good for a hockey movie, right? Hockey movies are hard, man.
It is the best sports to film. I think baseball's an easy one. It's very static.
Yeah.
Football's a good one.
It's tough.
Football could be like, because you could go play by play.
Yeah.
Boxing is a very, it's a type of sport movie that can go very well because the sport allows for it. Just I don't know if basketball, I think basketball is like hockey and it's just too.
Just ask Rocky, man.
Well, you got Rocky, you got Creed.
Yeah.
$1 Million Baby.
No, but like Stallone, like you have to like train to like.
But I'm saying like to film it and put it on screen.
Yeah,
I feel like that's one of the better sports to put on camera. It's easier to go be done right. Whereas like hockey, it's just so all over the place.
Yeah.
Basketball's all over the place. At least baseball, very static. It's pitcher to catcher and like then there's the hit that happens. Football, it's just the single plays and you just have to pick and choose and stuff. Like I feel like hockey and basketball are very difficult to get done. Threat Level Midnight, not a legit move. Actually, I was saying, I think it got posted somewhere as a legit move.
Really?
I think somebody, do you know what Threat Level Midnight?
Oh.
It's from The Office.
Oh.
It's Michael Scott's movie. And it takes place, he's a hockey player. He saves the day. And then the guy who's with goal, and it's not Goldface, who is Craig Robinson's character in the movie? He ends up being the president as well, which made no sense.
If for our older audience in Youngblood, if anyone can name the actual NHL player or players that were like the doubles in that movie, send them into the inbox, River Cree inbox 780-218-9999 or the Nasty Chat. I only know one, and I think he was the double for Patrick Swayze, which is pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. All right, portions of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brew House. The Canadian Brew House is turning up the flavor this summer with their new summer feature menu. Try their jerk chicken skewers, Cajun shrimp, tostadas, and street corn salsa and chips. Full bites made for patio season. The Canadian Brew House, our house is your house. Up next, we're going to talk some footy, some football, some soccer with Ben Steiner from Sports Illustrated and Northern Football, as we'll talk about Thomas Muller coming to Canada, joining the Vancouver Whitecaps. What does it all mean? That's all coming up next here on EST Afternoons. Slam that thumbs up for us. We're back after the break, but first up, a sports update with Ben.
It's the BC Lions and the Hamilton Tiger Cats tonight. Hamilton rides a 6-game win streak after taking down the Elks last weekend. Rourke and Mitchell go head-to-head at 5:30. Looking ahead tomorrow, the Elks and Alouettes have released their depth charts. No expected changes for Edmonton. Over to the course, the FedEx St. Jude Championship is underway. Akshay Bhatia leads at 8 under, while Canadian Taylor Pendrith is tied for 16th at 2 under. In the MLB, White Sox versus Mariners, Reds versus Pirates, and Marlins versus Braves are your games that will be going on later today. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Ben Steiner on the other side of the break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
I do have concerns with Dan Campbell. I love his riverboat gambling style of coaching in a way. One of these years, it's going to cost him.
Would Dan Campbell have ran the ball with Marshawn Lynch on the 1 yard line in the Super Bowl that year?
I don't know, because there's a great article in the Washington Post, though, that says Bill Belichick baited Pete Carroll to do that. It was actually a brilliant coaching move by Bill Belichick that forced Pete Carroll to throw that football.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't miss award-winning platinum country artist Jake Owen at the River Cree Resort and Casino, August 15th. Get your your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
We're back here on EST Afternoons, Edmonton Sports Talk, live from the William Huff Studios. It's Benny the Jet, Matthew Wannick, Hernan Salas here with you. Got our Labor Day bus all set and ready. Hey, Matty, that's going to be fun. On good old Labor Day Monday, we'll head down to Calgary, watch the Elks beat the Stamps. It's going to be a good day. We have the Nasty Bash coming up tomorrow, 6 o'clock down at the St. Albert Rugby Club. Reed Wilkins and J-Man will be down there from 3 to 6 doing their show, and then the boys will jump on at 4:30 for the Green and Gold kickoff show, Matthew Wannick, J-Man, and then they'll hang out, watch the game, and jump on for post-game show. Now that's dedication. We're just ahead of Ben Steiner here from Sports Illustrated Northern Football. Just waiting for Benny to get him on the phone for us here. So we're going to talk Thomas Muller joining the Vancouver Whitecaps. What does this all mean? I saw something on Twitter today where tickets are going quick in Vancouver.
I'd imagine they better be. That's a huge name that is coming to your city and is selected on you.
Yeah, it's great. And they currently sit second in the Western Conference, 11 games remaining. I'm intrigued to see where they play them, when they play them. It's going to be great. And I also saw, I think he did a media call yesterday, and he said Alfonso did talk to him about it, but he had already decided to come to Vancouver, so he didn't have to. But he said they did talk about it, good places to go eat and good places to hang out and all that fun stuff. So,
yeah, I still feel like there's something like, even if he wasn't aware, maybe it wasn't full conversations. At some point in his time, he's had conversations with Alfonso Davies about 100%. What it was like in MLS and what it was like. You're not just going to make this life decision.
Yeah.
With like, I'll talk to him once I make my decision.
All right, let's talk about Thomas Muller joining the Vancouver Whitecaps, a German star. Been on the, you were reading all his accolades yesterday, just an absolute star when it comes to the world of football. And to do so, Ben Steiner from Sports Illustrated and the Northern Football Podcast joins us today. Ben, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. An exciting time for soccer in Canada, soccer in BC, and Thomas Muller. I don't think we've ever seen a player like him sign with a Canadian club. Yeah, let's start there. I mean, it's been rumored for a few weeks. This guy can still play at a high level. He was one of the best German players. He's won it all. But what does this mean for the Vancouver Whitecaps? What kind of statement are they making bringing in a star like Thomas Muller? This is a statement that they see this as a potential championship team. And when you look at what Thomas Muller went through in his decision to commit to the Vancouver Whitecaps, he looked at the table and saw that they were near the top of the table. They're 1 point off first place in the Western Conference. Of course, they made the CONCACAF Champions Cup final earlier this year and didn't go too well against Cruz Azul, a 5-0 loss in Mexico City. But now they're bringing in a piece that they want to be that championship finishing piece. We hear about, that piece to send them over the top at an NHL trade deadline type of thing. Mm-hmm. And this is that piece from the Whitecaps, and they're really hoping that this can translate to an MLS Cup title in the fall.
It's okay. So this, as Hernan said, it was rumored a little bit ago, or it's been going for a little bit. But I remember when I first saw the rumor, I was like, this just can't be real. Like, we don't see these type of names, not just come to Canada, but Vancouver over a place like, let's say, Toronto or TFC. How surprised were you when you first saw the link between Muller and the Whitecaps?
There was links 2 weeks ago. It kind of came up last all game that there was potentially this idea that Thomas Muller could end up with the Vancouver Whitecaps. But even at that point, it seemed a little bit surreal. The Whitecaps are never in these kind of conversations. We see guys like this go to teams like LAF. Toronto's done it in the past. Of course, they just went through Insigne and Bernadeschi, and They're probably not going down their older European route anytime soon again. And we see, of course, in Miami and what they've been able to do with Lionel Messi. But for the Whitecaps to be in these conversations, they leaned into the city. They leaned into Alphonso Davies. They leaned into what Vancouver can offer to a guy that didn't like the heat of the club up with Bayern Munich. And Vancouver, a very temperate climate, very similar to the Bavaria region of Germany, where, of course, Thomas Muller is from. And they sold all those aspects, and Thomas Muller ended up wanting to come to the club.
That's fascinating. Ben Steiner from Sports Illustrated, Northern Football, joining us here now. Okay, so he signed for the rest of this season as a TAM player and will become a designated player in 2026. Ben, for guys like me, I need you to dumb that down for me. TAM player, what does it all mean for this year?
How much time we got here? MLS salary cap structures make the NHL look extremely simple. But basically, he comes in on a bit of a prorated contract for this year. It'll be just north of around $600,000, according to several reports out there. But have a player up to around $1.5 million that doesn't count as one of your designated player rosters. You have a different way of building a roster of either 2 or 3 designated players. The Whitecaps have elected to have 2 this season. Will have to change their roster profile for next year. Then they can have 3, and then Thomas Muller will step into one of those roles, likely around $6 million.
So for the Whitecaps, they've had a very strong season, one that I don't think a lot of people fully saw coming. Take away how good of a player Thomas Muller is. Is he filling a position of need for the Vancouver Whitecaps?
That's the special thing about Thomas Muller. He fills whatever position you need to in the attack. He's been known as the space interpreter or the Raumdeuter with Bayern Munich in Germany over his career, and he can play out wide. He can play kind of a false 10 attacking midfielder. He can play as an outright striker. He scored 250 goals in over 700 games for Bayern Munich, and he has 171 assists as well, one of the top scorers in German football history at the national team level as well. He finds a way to score goals, and he creates goals around him. So it's going to be something special for the Whitecaps, especially with a guy like Brian White, who's still there and will continue to contribute, but has maybe held a little bit too much weight when it comes to the goal scoring for the Whitecaps this season.
Ben, you just said he can play many different positions, winger, attacking mid, a second striker. For you that covers the MLS and the Whitecaps, where do you think he fits best on this current roster?
I think he probably fits best as almost a natural number 10 on this team. I think Brian White can continue as that outright number 9. But when you consider the players that they have out wide in a Jaden Nelson, Ryan Gauld when he comes back, likely slotting in out wide Ali Ahmed, of course, there Emmanuel Sabi, they can lead the transition. You don't need 35-year-old Thomas Muller to be running up the pitch, but if he arrives late in the box to maintain the attack and maybe put in a long shot, that's the kind of player that Thomas Muller can be. And I think that could really get him going quickly as well, because that doesn't take an outstanding level of fitness, even though he's been training with Bayern Munich until last week.
Okay, handicap this for us a little bit. Where do you put the chances of the Vancouver Whitecaps hoisting the championship at the end of the season? Well, playoffs, I should say.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I think when you look at the Western Conference, it's a lot worse than the Eastern Conference. Whitecaps are second in the West. I believe off the top of my head, they're 5th in the MLS table. So taking down, a player like Lionel Messi, they've done it before in the Champions Cup. I think Inter Miami have hit a new level than they were at that point earlier in the season. So I'd say 30% chance, but maybe that's being a lot too high. Call it 18%. Why not pick a specific number there?
Ben, so what's the plan here? Is this going to be off the bench to start, to kind of just get his bearings here in a new country, new team and all that? Like, what's the plan for Thomas Muller and how they're going to integrate him into the lineup here?
Based on what I've been told, his debut is going to come in 2 weeks against the Houston Dynamo at home. They've almost sold out the lower bowl.
Yeah.
And he's going to be ready to go. He just came off the Club World Cup month with he's been continuing season up to when his contract expired on August. I think he actually trained on August 2nd as well. So he's fit. He's ready to go. He's coming to Vancouver next week. And I think the Whitecaps want to get him in the lineup as soon as possible, as well as getting Ryan Gauld back, which is a big contributor to this team.
Yeah, I saw on Twitter today that tickets are going pretty quick since the signing's been announced. That's great. And for sure, we're going to be tuning in to see what he can do with this Vancouver Whitecaps that sits second in the West, 11 games to go. Ben, great breakdown. We're very excited for this move for the Vancouver Whitecaps. Can't wait to see him on the pitch. Thank you for taking the time today, and I'm sure we'll chat again.
Of course, it's going to be a fun one. I don't think we've seen a player like this in Canadian soccer.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Thanks again, Ben.
Cheers.
That's Ben Steiner from Sports Illustrated and the Northern Football Podcast. He also covers hockey for Daily Faceoff. He does a lot, but a great breakdown. I mean, I'll be honest. Sometimes I'll dabble into MLS or have a game on while I'm doing other stuff. I'm definitely going to watch that first game of the Vancouver Whitecaps because not only do I want to see where he's going to play, I want to see how he does. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I've seen Thomas Muller and Bayern Munich in Germany. He's pretty outspoken on the pitch against his own teammates when they're not doing the right thing. So I'm intrigued to see if he just starts right off the hop or he kind of works his way into the team.
Yeah, and I'm just more intrigued with the club themselves. Like, they got off to such a hot start to start this year. Ben pointed, they're still 5th best overall record, although Inter Miami has some games in hand to pass them and drop them 4th, but they're 2nd in the West. This is a team that the Whitecaps haven't had a lot of great seasons.
No.
The few seasons they have where they've looked good, they've flamed out early in the playoffs. Like, as long as the Whitecaps have been around, they haven't had that long, successful run in MLS playoffs. Yeah. I'm fascinated to see if they can go get that done this year. Like, they got to the CONCACAF Champions League, lost in the final, but a great run. And now you're adding a guy who knows how to win in Mueller. Could we be talking about the Whitecaps at the very least in a MLS Cup final, which would be amazing to get behind? I can't get behind TFC. I could get behind CF Montreal. They're the worst, though, in MLS. I could get behind the Whitecaps. You know, our good friend Scott McCord is a big Whitecaps fan. I want good things for the Whitecaps, legitimately do. And there were fears that they are going to leave Vancouver because they were put up for sale. Maybe if they win, though, it can keep them and that team in Canada. I'm just fascinated to see how far they can go. And that's what I'll be watching, is because I'm not used to seeing the Whitecaps, one, be a top team in the league, but two, they don't spend like this. Like, they've in all these years, Toronto, TFC has gone and got names. Drogba went to the Impact.
Yeah.
Vancouver's never done this.
No.
It's taken a long time, but they went and they didn't just do it. They did it the best, I would say.
Do you have a fear when teams like this, MLS teams, bring in players of his stature, that they're all going to kind of what's the proper word I'm looking for? They'll just go to him instead of making the play they want to make. Do you know what I mean?
They'll just defer to him.
That's the
he'll save us. I never actually thought of that, but there would be some, I would think.
Especially like young guys that are a little intimidated. Because like I said, if you watch Thomas Muller play in Bayern Munich, he's very demanding on the pitch.
But he's
played at the top level.
But this is also, that's going to be on Thomas Muller to dictate something. The one, teach these players and help them grow as players.
Yeah.
But also continue to be loud, but dictate. Like, hey, don't pass to me, pass to him.
Yeah.
Or yell, be that quarterback on the pitch.
Yeah. Sometimes when a team's going so well like them, maybe it won't work right away. Maybe because, again, a lot of the players will defer to him and be like, well, we got to give him the ball instead of just playing their game. So I'm very intrigued. That's why I want to watch that first game. And then maybe we'll have Ben on after, maybe before they head into the playoffs or something, Matt, because it's extremely fascinating. I like Thomas Muller as a soccer player. I think he's fantastic. And he's right. He can play so many different positions. But he's just he's an absolute menace when it comes to offense.
Whitecaps plus 755 to win the championship on Play Alberta.
Plus 755.
The third best odds. Inter Miami plus 400, FC Cincinnati plus 695, then the Whitecaps plus 750.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I might throw a little bit.
Yeah, I might have to as well. Hey, we got some tickets to give away for the Stingers.
We've got not just tickets to give away to the Edmonton Stingers on Friday night. We've got a VIP table of 4 courtesy our friends over at Play Alberta. Stingers were in action out in Saskatchewan yesterday. Tomorrow down at the Hive. Let me just log into my account so I'm looking at these tickets properly. But we got a 4-pack of tickets to see the Stingers. Tomorrow, it's the Niagara River Lions in town down at the Expo Center, 7 o'clock. If you can't make it to the Nasty Bash, but you want to know something? I really want to get to the Stingers game. Yeah. VIP, 4-pack of tickets for that. Text us 780-218-9999. Look, if you're paying attention to the last segment, this has nothing to do with basketball. Who just joined the Vancouver Whitecaps? 780-218-9999 if you want that 4-pack of VIP tickets, courtesy Play Alberta, to go see the Stingers and the River Lions tomorrow at the Expo Center.
Big Maple says, will you two just start a soccer podcast already?
Need Eric.
The three of us.
Hey, the three of us there for that
one. And Doug Dad says, what kind of sicko would listen to that? And when does the first episode drop? Come on, guys.
Premier League next week, baby.
I'll be honest. I love this segment, talking a little footy. And then someone's asking about someone who Man U signed, Sesko or something.
It looks like he's actually, as we had Ben on, I saw the tweet. Let me see if I could quickly find it here. Sky Sports Premier League. Benjamin Sesko has now arrived in the UK ahead of his proposed move to Manchester United, and there's the plane at the private jet landing. I'm very happy.
That's good.
Hoyland might be gone. Should have done better last year.
Yeah. And
you're saying yeah as if you know.
I don't know.
I know, but the way you're just like, yeah, like as if you're like, yeah.
No, did you say better. Hoyland?
Yeah, Rasmus Hoyland.
I know who Hoyland is. I do dabble a little bit.
You're following the season last year with Manchester United?
No, but
that's my point. When I said he needed to be better last year, you're just like, yeah, as if like I agree.
Peter Zezel.
Awesome.
Does that ring a bell?
It's an older player.
Okay. He was the double of Patrick Swayze. Joaquin on the inbox had it. I don't know if that's Gager or... Anyways, Hoyland is out. Sesko.
Well, no, he's not officially out. There's actually discussions from Fabrizio Romano. Manchester United are set to discuss with Rasmus Hoyland about his future. So he wants to stay, but the club's like, well, we brought in Sesko, go away.
Who's the good Argentinian on Man U, the center back?
Oh, Lisandro Martinez. He's a pit bull.
So good.
He's a pit bull.
He annoys me, though.
Short little guy, but he will beat you to the headers.
Him and the other center back that play for Argentina are just amazing players.
He battles too many injuries.
And then there's...
But when he's healthy...
Guanacho, is that? No?
Garnacho?
Garnacho.
Yeah, he's going.
Where's he from?
Argentina.
And he doesn't play, though.
With Argentina?
No, like he doesn't play on.
Well, he got in trouble with the manager, and the manager at the end of last season outright told him apparently in a locker room, "Go find another club." There was a huge fight with him, and now I don't know. Chelsea's trying to get him
because I had
a great young player, but just ego.
I had a buddy who had his jersey, and I didn't know who it was. Is he good?
He can be good.
Yeah, okay.
But he's a young, for a lack of a better term right now, punk.
Oh, okay.
And he clashed with the manager, and the manager said, "Get out." Yeah. He's had some big goals for United. I'm sad to see him go, but
he's only 21.
I know, but he believes that he's bigger than he is right now. I'm worried that he'll leave, and
just
if 5 years from now, I'll be like, "Damn, I wish he still was with United." Because he has that ability, but him and the manager, like, I don't know how you come back from in the locker room with all your teammates, and the manager saying, "Go find another club."
You think Garnacho should stay at Man U? Let us know. The afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Hey, today there's a big show. Bay City Rollers roll in to the River Cree. All you got to do for tickets, rivercreeresort.com or hit up the River Cree box office. That does it for hour one. Hour two, we're going to talk some CFL with JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation. Faces of the franchise coming up next, and we'll get to inside the numbers as well. Hammer that thumbs up. Hit us up on the River Cree inbox and on the Nasty Chat. We're back after the break.
The Lock Shop.
We just wrapped up another Edmonton Sports Talk draft. We did a draft of birds. Thought about you on this one because the commissioner's pick was a sexy bird. And I clarified with her, I said, are we drafting only birds in this category or can it be anything bird related that you would deem sexy? And she said, okay, that'll fly. No pun intended. So then I took Hooters Restaurant in your honor, Huss.
Thank you, Dusty.
Yeah.
That should win you the draft.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Summit Racing Equipment brings you the earth-shaking thrills of Monster Truck Throwdown at Edmonton's Radford Raceway. 3 massive shows, August 22nd through 24th, featuring 8 incredible trucks with high-flying thrills and jaw-dropping stunts, including Alberta's own crude behavior and roughneck, along with a return of adventure and more. Experience the epic power of Monster Truck Throwdown, August 22nd to 24th at Radford Raceway. Don't miss this all-ages event with kid tickets starting at just $17. Get tickets and info at radraceway.com.
Win a trip to Osheaga with the Banquet and Aperol. We're sending one lucky guest to Montreal with flights, hotel, and 2 tickets to one of Canada's hottest music festivals. Enter by July 26. Details in store or on the Banquet app. Get real. Play hard.
You know Dawn. Everyone knows Dawn. Dawn from
Frontier Cartage. That's right, it's me, Dawn from Frontier Cartage, where we're setting the standard for cartage service in Edmonton and beyond, offering city cartage, Alberta highway, short haul deck, and more. My team and I are bringing our years of industry experience and expertise to every mile.
Join Dawn and her boys in a new chapter in transportation excellence, dedicated to exceptional service. Call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
BC Lions take on the Hamilton Tiger Cats tonight. Hamilton enters on a 6-game heater after beating the Elks last Saturday. Kickoff is set for 5:30 as Rourke and Mitchell square off. For tomorrow, depth charts are out for Elks and Alouettes. No lineup changes expected for Edmonton. On the PGA Tour, the FedEx St. Jude Championship is underway. Akshay Bhatia leads at 8 under with Canadian Taylor Pendrith tied for 16th at 2 under. And in the Major League Baseball, White Sox meet the Mariners, Reds take on the Pirates, and it's the Marlins versus the Braves. This sports update is brought to you by Capital Care. Financial supports deeply affects residents at Capital Care. Whether it's a one-time donation or a monthly contribution, every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. More of Manawanik and Hernan Salas. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
Hey, it's hour 2 here on EST Afternoons on Edmonton Sports Talk. Benny the Jet, Benny Goods, Benny Blanco from the Bronx. What else? Benny.
I've heard everything, man. I've heard everything.
Benny Smalls.
Yep.
Matthew Wanick, Hernan Salas. Bronco next says Hoyland going to Milan.
Well, they are interested. Hoyland wants to stay at United, though. And it's not a simple thing in soccer as trades like in hockey. If you own a contract, you just trade it away.
Yeah.
Both parties, all three parties have to agree. The teams need to agree to swap the player. The player also has to agree to a new contract with that team. Their contract basically gets ripped up in a way. Well, it can be. Or they have to agree for them. Like there's basically every player also has like a kind of a, to a degree, no move clause. No trade clause.
Yeah.
So he would have to agree. He wants to apparently stay and wants to be part of competition. So we'll see. The part of that would be even if Milan's interested and if United and Milan come to an agreement, United's going to have to convince Hoyland to move on and accept a new place.
Do you find like in the soccer world, because like I'm older than you, Matty. I remember growing up, you had so many superstars. You had Ronaldinho, the real Ronaldo. You had the Maldinis of the world. You had so many different players. Like, do you find that now, like if I were to ask you, because you and Eric watch more soccer than I do, I keep my tabs on kind of the national scene. I like national soccer. Like who are the top 3 players in the world right now? Like,
you got Mbappe, you got Hoyland, or Holland.
But are they marked, like, are people, like, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
They're big names.
No, but I know
Mbappe is a huge name.
I know Mbappe is a huge name, but is he like is he at the same level that Messi and Ronaldo were?
No, but you're saying are players Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux?
Okay, fair enough.
Like you are, well, at least when it comes to Messi might be the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I would say Mbappe is as good as we've seen in for many players in the past.
Okay, so you said Mbappe, you said Holland. Who would be third? Would it be Yamil? Yamil?
Yeah, there'd be him. I like Jude Bellingham. I don't know where people would place him in terms of the worldwide rankings.
He's fantastic. So
he's a great player. I like Vinny Jr. in Real Madrid. I think he's a solid player that would be up there.
What's the Uruguayan midfielder in Real Madrid? He's fantastic. What Valverde?
Yeah,
he's fantastic.
So like there are names out there. Now, at the same time, there's maybe more competition than in the past. You could maybe argue, and there's a lot of really good players.
Who's the star of Italy right now? Like, who's their best player?
I don't even know.
Because in Spain, it's the Barcelona kid, right? The young kid. England, Bellingham.
Yeah.
Germany.
Museli. Maybe.
You said Italy would be their goalie?
I don't know. Italy's a mess right now. I'm very disappointed. Don't bring up Italy right now. France is Mbappe.
Yeah.
But what hurts is that Messi's still around and Ronaldo's still around. So they dominate the headlines. And those guys, once they go away, there could be maybe more of a focus.
But it's a little different because Messi and Ronaldo are playing in leagues that are not.
They're still huge names and they're still playing at World Cups and Euros.
I guess.
You could watch them every 2 years.
Like if you were to ask me who's the best player on Brazil, is it Vinny Jr.? Like I don't even know, right? Like it's not Neymar anymore because he's been MIA for so long due to injuries.
Yeah, but he's playing again. Yeah, Vinny Jr. would be up there.
Like do they have
is Rodrigo Brazilian? Rodri?
I think he is.
No, he's Spanish. No, Rodrigo. I don't know where people Rodrygo.
Okay.
Plays for Real. I wonder if he would be up there for Brazil.
Because for Argentina, it's still Messi. Which is bizarre because they have really good players, great players, but like they're not just talked about. I just feel it's a little different, like from the 90s, the way players were talked about and the way players were maybe marketed. I don't know. Like it's
maybe there's just more players that get talked about than in the past. You'd only hear about certain people, and now you hear about everyone. You know what's going on with every club.
Yeah, it's different times, I guess. Different times because you can probably find a star in every country, right? Like we dipped a bit into South America, into Europe. What about the African nations, right? There's a lot of quality out there. So, I mean, if you look at the top Liverpool one, right? The championship this past year, who's their best player?
I don't want to talk about it.
Was it still Mo Salah?
Screw Liverpool. Salah was great. I'm trying to think who else. They have a lot of great players. McAllister. Their goalie, forgetting who their goalie's name is.
Oh, the Brazilian Alisson.
He's fantastic. They have. There's a lot of good players in that club right now.
Bronco Next says the best talent playing in Italy is Leao, but he uses 60% of his talent. Ooh, that's not good.
Very upset with Italy right now. So
that is not good. Before we get to faces of the franchise, Big Uke says this is regarding the bird draft that you're a part of. Well, you're not part of.
No, I'm pre-game and post-game host.
He says so. Tommy can't advertise his draft on Insta, but Dusty can advertise his draft in the ads. Sus.
What ads?
Let me show it. I think maybe the promos.
He did. That's somebody else that did that. That would not be Dustin Nielsen who created that ad.
Oh, that's true. But maybe Dusty said, "Hey, that."
Which promo? Which one? What just played, Benny?
It was the lock shot promo.
That's Trev. I don't think Trev would have done that. I was around Trev the whole time. Yeah. Dusty didn't have time to tell him to go clip that. So that is not the case. And it was always just the thing. This goes back to 1260. You don't say it on the socials around the polling. It's like when you vote in elections. You are not allowed to campaign at a polling station. There's not allowed to be any campaigning at a specific polling station, which means on Twitter, on Insta, there's no campaigning. You want to campaign on your shows? I guess it must be okay. Like, I don't know if they can outright say vote for team blank, but as long as it's not on the socials.
Big Uke says follow the money.
That's... Yeah.
Oh, man. That was a fun draft. That was good. There's some controversies for sure with the percentage added to Tom, and then he was able to trade that. Reed Wilkins is not having it.
With the trade of it?
Yeah.
I find that interesting. I don't have much to say as a pre and post game host. post-draft host. We're in a new office. It's a new leaf for me. I have little to say.
Well, a lot of the guys want you back.
I have little to say on this.
A lot of the guys want Maddie back. I don't know. Sounds like Dusty paid off the producer. Interesting. I think team number 1's running away with it right now. There might be a couple relegations here, man.
I have nothing to say on this draft, and that I'm not going to get into trouble in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, let's say 2 guys are out. Who would you bring in? Reed for sure.
I think this needs to be some blood. Like, I know initially when this was happening, it was me that would come in. The commissioner saying it was me. I'm keep me out of it. I think we need the new blood of this place. Reed should go back in. I think Trevor, Zach. I really want to see Zach in it. I don't know if you've got interest.
No.
I think Zach and Reed would kind of be my 2.
Oh, Zach would be absolutely fantastic.
I would be fantastic. I think it would be great to watch how Zach would handle the draft and the pressures of the draft. So my contenders would be Reed and Zach, 1, 2, followed by Trev.
I'm with you, man. I think that's great.
I don't know if Gager would ever do it.
No.
I don't know what Jasmine's thinking of drafts, if she would fully want to get in on it either.
But we should do something fun for like whoever wants in. Say there's 4 people in the office that want to get in, but there's only 2 spots. Then we got to do something fun.
So I have thrown this out there, and this is kind of taken from a different idea from Big Uke, which happened, and I'm not going into that full one. Big Uke, don't jump into the nasty chat with that one. I think there should be a mini draft. We don't take a full 2 hours of the hangout. We take a smaller one. We make it like a 7-8 rounder, and whoever wants in it earns their way in. It's like promotion relegation.
Yes.
You got relegated. If 2 people get relegated this time,
I love it. Yes.
You have a 4-person draft.
Yes.
And we rank so the winner of that draft, and it's like you're promoted, second winner, you're promoted. And they then will join the next draft. And if there's relegation again, we have another mini draft. Very small, low production. It can even be done for 30 minutes. And we put it up for a vote, and it's promotion relegation system.
So you're not interested in being in a draft?
No.
I'm not really interested, Benny.
It depends on the draft, I guess.
What, sorry?
Yeah,
would you be interested in on the draft?
If I would have been in the draft, I would have got crushed.
Me and my friends play this all the time just by ourselves, like at someone's place or something. We'll just draft random stuff. Gas station snacks. Obviously, it doesn't go as deep as what you guys have, or like the multiple categories, but yeah, we play all the time.
Yeah, I know. I would.
Yeah, I have a confession. Everyone, there are a lot of people in the office that were not happy with my opinion here. I thought Dusty's was the best, personally. Eric's was a close second.
I think there's Dusty fatigue right now when it comes to drafts.
Well, he's won a lot. He hasn't won. He hasn't won a lot, I should say, at this one.
No, but he's like all time. He probably leads in win.
Yeah, but also him and Eric did ever have been in every draft.
That's true.
And even at the old place, there was.
When's the last time we had a draft without the regular 4?
Jay could not attend the last draft, I think it was, or the Christmas draft, and Reed filled in. There was a time during November when Dusty was very ill. Trev filled. That was the Halloween draft. Trev filled in for Dusty. So.
Would you ever want a nasty in the draft?
You want to know something? There could be a situation where maybe that's earned.
But maybe there's bias though. The nasty chat votes for the
guy.
But maybe because they're the voters.
Of course, but I think our voters would not vote based on that. I think they would vote based on the results, and maybe that's something that gets added to like the nasty club, an opportunity to maybe be part of a draft maybe one day. I don't know.
Because I think what happened with Tom today, like all the heat he took from the commish, I think it helped him because people were on his side now.
I have nothing to say on things like that.
Why not?
Because this is a new leaf.
But you're a former commish. You can give your 2
I don't
cents.
want to get in onto this because then, if I say anything, it's sour. No, this is a brand new place. All that is behind me. I am the host at this moment of the pre and post draft. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. I have no interest in doing much else.
Maddie, okay, so say there is relegation.
Yes.
Quickly, let's think of a topic for the B League to do a draft to get promoted.
I would keep it fully sports related or something like best mascots. Quick, simple, easy, maybe a 6 rounder right there. You do an NHL, an NFL, an MLB, an NBA, and 2 opens.
Okay.
You do a quick 4-person mascots. Vote on it. Something that we don't take a big one like we would do with the EST drafts. Something very sports related and simple. And Quinn could hire a deputy commissioner to run that one. So it's like her Bill Daly, if you will. So that like the Bill Daly handles second round or second day draft. Gary only does round 1.
Yeah.
She can hand off day 2, this one to someone else.
Who would it be? That'd be interesting.
Maybe it's you.
Oh, that'd be the most chill commish ever.
But this is supposed to be chill. It's not supposed to have controversy. It's just supposed to be go earn your spot in the regular draft.
And it's a combination, right? Instagram and Twitter vote.
Yeah.
Do you like that they went to 2 platforms?
I think we need to appeal to the youth and go on Insta. Benny, how much do you tweet versus how much do you Insta?
Well, I think I'm in the minority amongst my generation because I am on Twitter quite a bit for sports stuff. But I think for a majority of people that are my age, Instagram is a place.
Young people don't use Twitter.
No, non-sports people don't use Twitter, dude.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw something about bots, like of % of all the platforms. Like a lot of like Facebooks and the Instas where there's like 20-some%, maybe 30% of bots. Twitter's now to like 60-some% bots.
Oh yeah.
There should be one. If there's 2 people going down, I think Zach should be an automatic though.
Yeah, I didn't look. That's going to be up to the commish, I would assume, or everyone to figure out who goes in. I'm just saying, I think it'd be fun to watch Zach do that.
Oh, be commish?
No, do the draft.
Sorry. Yeah, okay. I was going to commish that. It'll go to shambles.
I will sit here right now and say I will return as commissioner.
Yeah.
So Zach doesn't have to. No, that's not going to go well.
Zach on a draft would be hilarious.
Oh, he'd be.
And then counter that with Reed.
Yeah. I can just see Reed getting mad at him all the time.
Yeah. Just imagine, because you know how the guys explain their picks. Imagine Zach explaining his picks.
It's going to take forever.
A 30-minute.
Zach,
go
we've
to
got
the podium.
2 hours to do this whole thing. We're an hour in, and you've already finished your second pick because you keep talking about it.
Yeah.
We love you, Zach.
Something else.
All right. We didn't get to Face of the Franchise. We'll save that for 2:40. JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation coming up next as we're going to kick off Week 10 in the CFL. BC Lions, I already guaranteed it. They're going to win tonight, and I guaranteed an Elks win tomorrow. We'll see if JC agrees with good old Hernan. Probably not, but some CFL talk coming on the other side of the break. This is EST Afternoons on Edmonton Sports Talk. Keep hammering that thumbs up. Hit us up on the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999, and on the Nasty Chat. Here's Benny, your sports update.
It's the BC Lions and Hamilton Tiger Cats tonight. Hamilton is riding a 6-game win streak after beating the Elks last weekend. Rourke and Mitchell go head-to-head at 5:30. Looking ahead to tomorrow, the Elks and Alouettes have released their depth charts. No changes expected for Edmonton. On the PGA Tour, the FedEx St. Jude Championship is underway. Akshay Bhatia sits on top at 8 under, while Canadian Taylor Pendrith is tied at 16th at 2 under. In MLB action, the White Sox are facing off against the Mariners. That game is at the bottom of the first, still 0-0. The Reds battle the Pirates, and it's the Marlins against the Braves. On the other side of the break, JC Barrett joins the show. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
I think for sports games, it's the ability to score.
Yeah,
right?
That's
a good point. That's probably the drive.
That's a really good point. I never thought of that. That's an awesome suggestion. You don't play a video game to play the neutral zone trap.
No.
You try to see, well, McDavid got 130 points in real life. He got 190 in my video game.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Okay, 2 kids, 2 backpacks, lunch bags. Wait, where are the school books? Back to school doesn't have to mean the everyday rush and stress of looking for your kids' items. Have more zen in your mornings. Find space for your family's needs with Sentinel Storage. Go back to school with 4 weeks free. Reserve your space today and find the peace of mind your morning needs. Visit sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't miss award-winning platinum country artist Jake Owen at the River Cree Resort and Casino, August 15th. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Everyone knows when you need a truck now, you call Dawn.
That's right. You call us, Frontier Cartage, when you need driver coverage or have a truck that's down.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you've got way more freight to move than you thought.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you need a truck that's available and ready to start anytime you need.
You call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826. 587-222-5826.
Back here on EST Afternoons, the William Huff Studios, a rainy day. We've had such nice weather this week that we were due for one cloudy, rainy day here in the city of Edmonton. It's Matthew Wannick, Hernan and Matt, Benny the Jet producer here as well. So we're going to talk some CFL. Kicks off today. Can't wait for this game. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Week in the CFL, as it always is. BC Lions on the road to take on the Ticats, looking for some revenge after their last game down at BC Place. To talk all things CFL, our good buddy JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation joins us. JC, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, do you share my confidence in that the BC Lions will win tonight? Or, yeah, that's the first part. Second part, what do the Lions have to do to win tonight? Because we talked with Farhan earlier in the week, and he said the defense is what's kind of struggling and ailing this team right now. But what do you make of the game tonight in Hamilton?
I do have a certain degree of confidence that the Lions will be able to pull them off. I picked them this week. I think part of that has to do with just the dynamics of the rest involved here. Hamilton is coming off a difficult stretch of games. They're on a short week here. BC is coming off a bye, and they've had nothing else to focus on but the game that they just had against Hamilton. So they should be prepared, if nothing else, against an opponent that is in desperate need of some rest themselves. So I think that plays into BC's favor, but they still have to execute. And defensively, I think it comes down to whether or not they can get pressure on Bo Levi Mitchell in this game. They tried the strategy of just taking away the top weapon 2 weeks ago, and they were able to shut down Kenny Lawler.
Yeah.
But Bo Levi Mitchell could just sit there in the pocket and pick them apart, hit the underneath routes to Keandre Smith, and march down the field to win the game. That can't happen a second time. You need to get some pressure in his face and disrupt his process because he's playing at an incredibly high level right now.
What do you make of Justin McInnis this season? A pretty good start to this season, but after his 109-yard performance against Montreal, been rather quiet in the last 3 games, a combined 4 catches, no more than 28 yards in any of those games. What's up with the Justin McInnis lately in that BC offense?
I think it's a concern. The Lions will tell you that they're trying to get him the ball, that it's just been a matter of the defense taking him away and focusing on him. I think there's a little bit more to it than that. I don't know that he is as strong a fit in Buck Pierce's system as he was in what Jordan Maksymic was doing. But even last year, there was a stretch of games where he sort of tailed off before picking it back up again. I don't know that he is the type of guy like a Kenny Lawler who is going to take over a game on his own on the outside. I don't necessarily think he is that player. He's a good receiver, don't get me wrong. I don't think he's going to replicate year in and year out what he did last year in leading the CFL in receiving yardage, and they've got to do a better job of scheming him the football in the ways that he is most comfortable and keep him involved, because he just hasn't been the last couple of weeks. I think there's some positive movement in that direction off the bye. They've had the opportunity to self-scout. We'll see if it makes a difference this week.
JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation joining us here on EST Afternoons. JC, I mean, after this game tonight, BC will be at the halfway point. They're either going to be a 3-win team or a 4-team win. Is this, like, when you guys did your rankings before the season started, is this kind of where you envisioned BC being 9 games into the season?
I think it is. I may have had them ranked slightly higher because I thought that Nathan Rourke would be able to carve out a few more wins for them. But of course, that got limited a little bit by the injury he suffered and the time that he missed. That hurts this team. I do ultimately think they are a team that is going to be around 500 when the season ends, and probably more in contention for that crossover playoff spot than actually a contender in the West Division. They've made some progress this year. I think I like some of the changes that they've made. I like what Buck Pierce brings on offense, but they're just not deep enough in terms of their talent. They have the top level players, but they don't have the people behind them to compensate when those guys get taken away or aren't having their best game. Unless their quarterback is putting it all on his shoulders, as Rourke has done at times, then they aren't able to compete against the top level teams in the CFL. They're just a tier below everybody else.
One of the criticisms of the BC maybe over the last few years with Jordan McSimic there was the abandoning of the run. James Butler back with the team this year. What have you seen of Buck Pierce mixing in the run, and how do you expect another big performance against his former club from James Butler tonight?
I do. I think he'll be very involved, and I think he'll be very motivated. That's always been his trademark against his former teams. And Buck Pierce has made it a point of emphasis to make sure that Butler is involved in the action every single week. That's been one of the very positive things that have come out of this coaching change is that they have been more balanced and more versatile in the way they attack different opponents, and making sure that Rourke doesn't have to do it all the time, that they have a run game to lean on. And frankly, I've been impressed, at least in the run game, in the performance of the offensive line the last few weeks. I think the 4 Americans they've gotten in there are great at road grading. And I think Andrew Pearson has played above his athletic ability, as he often does, with a whole lot of heart at that center position since Michael Couture went down. And it's really been productive on the ground.
JC, this might be a bizarre question, but the Alouettes Elks game is going to have the 2 backups, right? And McLeod Bethel Thompson, Cody Fajardo, both traded for each other in the offseason. Davis Alexander hurt, Trey Ford just replaced by Cody Fajardo. When you look at all these teams with their starters, who do you think has the best backup in the league?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think if you're counting Cody Fajardo as a backup, then that would certainly be the answer there. Although I'm not sure you can count him as that anymore because they've made that switch. I think going into the season, I would have put McLeod Bethel Thompson up there on that list, but unfortunately, he hasn't delivered that way thus far. Right? He's really struggled since moving over to Montreal. I don't know if that's a systemic issue or if it's just a guy towards the end of his career that tends to happen. A sneaky pick here, Hamilton, right? They have Taylor Powell, who they were extremely high on. And let's not forget that Scott Milanovich very nearly pulled the trigger midway through last season and benched Bo Levi Mitchell for Taylor Powell. It was just an unfortunate injury to Powell that put Bo back in that starting role. So if you've got a guy that you've got that much confidence in behind somebody who is the finalist for MOP last year and the front runner for MOP this year, well, he might be a guy who could fill that title of best backup in the league.
Okay, I need an outsider's perspective on this one. Since you're not in the Edmonton market, Hernan and I are disagreeing on who's going to win tomorrow between Edmonton and Hamilton. Who do you see coming out on top in that game? What are you envisioning for that game tomorrow right now?
I have picked the Elks, which is not like me as of late because I've typically picked against the Elks, and that's worked out pretty good in my favor. But I think this is going to be a game that motivates Cody Fajardo, and I think he's played very well since taking over as the starter. Last week, through 3 quarters, they had the better offense. And then in the fourth quarter, they just shut down. Obviously, you have that dropped touchdown pass. You can't make mistakes like that and win football games, but I think they can get that cleaned up, and Cody is going to play at a high level. That Montreal defense is legit. Don't get me wrong. They're up there with the best units in the league, but I just don't trust McLeod Bethel-Thompson right now to lead the Alouettes down the field for touchdowns. He's shown that he can get them field goals, but he hasn't been able to finish as of late, and I think Cody is going to be able to finish more times than MBT will in this game.
Again, sticking with Edmonton, we've talked with a lot of CFL media, and for many, this is Cody's team now. Trey Ford signed a 3-year deal. He was the guy, right? There's no competition at camp. How do you think the rest of the season plays out? Do you think if the Elks continue to struggle, they continue to go with Cody, or do they eventually just go back to Trey? Like, how do you envision this working out for Trey Ford?
I think they'd have to struggle a whole lot, and the losses would have to mount for them to go back to Trey. That would be sort of a lost season equation in my mind at this point, based on the shift that they've made. The problem with Trey Ford, unfortunately, as a starting quarterback, in my mind at least, is that in order to maximize him, you have to be willing to sort of take the training wheels off and completely commit to what he is as a player, which is he's not a pocket passer. He's organized chaos. He's running around, and teams don't want to do that because they don't have backups that can replicate that if somebody goes down. And B, he hasn't shown himself consistently able to be healthy enough to do that. Right? They've struggled with injuries to him at various points over the last couple of seasons. So that scares teams away from allowing him to be as athletic as he truly is. And then if you're not getting that advantage, then he's sort of a subpar pocket passer, and you can't have that in the CFL. Unfortunately, I'm a high on his athleticism. I think there's something there still, but at this stage, nobody has shown the willingness to fully commit to that, and that becomes a problem. So for the safety of people's own jobs, they end up going with the other guy.
Zach Collaros will be back for the Blommers, or is listed as available right now. Vernon Adams listed as available. They both should be back for their team. Who needs the quarterback more? Winnipeg getting Zach Collaros back, or the Calgary Stampeders getting VA back?
The Calgary Stampeders, by far. I think Winnipeg, Zach Collaros, with all due respect to him, he still has those games where he looks like a world beater, but he's not quite the same player that he once was at his MOP level. I think the consistency of his game hasn't been there the last couple of years. He struggled at times in 2024. I think he struggled at times this season. And Chris Streveler isn't a great backup in terms of a passing quarterback, but they can get the job done with some of the other pieces around them. For Calgary, PJ Walker's just completely unproven. And in that one game, I didn't see anything that suggested to me that he is going to be a stud going forward, or there's a lot more to develop. I mean, he's in his 30s now. He's had a wealth of pro football experience, and what he's shown even in the NFL is he's going to throw more interceptions than he's going to throw touchdowns. And that's a tough sell when the job of a backup quarterback is to not make mistakes. I just don't think, especially with the injuries in their receiving core, that Calgary can get away without their star quarterback for as long as Winnipeg can.
JC, great stuff as Week 10 kicks off tonight from Hamilton. I know you'll be all over that game. We'll see if BC can get back in the win column. Enjoy the week of games, and thank you for taking the time to join us. I'm sure we'll chat soon.
Thanks for having me on, guys. It was a pleasure.
All right, JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation. I agree with that. I think Calgary needs VA more than Winnipeg needs Collaros. The Streveler can get it done, and they have more weapons, like that kid that had 2 punt returns or kickoff returns. But PJ Walker was not good. That third interception.
But he's got less experience in the Canadian Football League than Streveler, and that's where maybe he could eventually come there. I'd agree, VA, but
that's a tough game to pick, man. I'm leaning Winnipeg.
It's tough to beat the one team 3 times in a season.
Yeah.
And Calgary's already got 2 wins, but I don't know. There's just something not right with Winnipeg.
Yeah, there's something off there. But it's going to be a fun week. We got to get our picks in for Reed's pool.
I already sent mine.
I still don't know where I'm going to go. All these games are tough. All I know is BC and Edmonton are going to win.
Hamilton feels due.
Yeah.
To everything you and Jay are saying on the Elks, you're not wrong. You've got Toronto and Ottawa that I just throw my hands up of who both those teams are. Yeah. And then you've got Calgary and Winnipeg, who it's been a bit now. Well, it's been 1 game, but we haven't seen VA back in the library, and now we're going to see Colaros back in that. I'm at a loss. In Reed's pool, you have to spend 10 points to divvy up. The last little bit, I've been throwing 7 on a game. I couldn't do it this week.
Let's quickly get to inside the numbers for Play Alberta. Of course, Play Alberta is your home for online gaming excitement, featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. Everything's been reloaded for the month of August. Matty, Jake Seresna will suit up for his 100th CFL game. Talking about players that need to step up for this team, that's probably in my top 5. He's a hell of a player. He does have the 1 pick for the team, but he needs to be better along with a lot of guys on the D-line. Edmonton is the only team in the CFL that has scored multiple touchdown drives on offense in every single game they've played.
Say that again?
Edmonton is the only team in the CFL that has scored multiple touchdown drives on offense in every single game they've played.
Really?
Yeah.
So they've had 2 or more offensive touchdowns
per game,
and no other team has done that this season.
Wait, did they do that against BC though? That can't be right.
Yeah, they did.
They did?
Yep.
Wasn't that game like truly awful?
The one that Trey's last game?
Yeah.
They had 14 points.
Fair enough.
So that game, that's week 6. They scored a TD. What was the scoring? The Elks. It was Cody Fajardo touchdown, sneak from the 1.
Okay.
And then their last touchdown was Cody Fajardo hitting Gittins Jr. in the end zone for a touchdown.
That's right. Yeah. Montreal's coming off their largest home loss since the 2008 season. So that's what 18 season, sorry. That's what you were saying. This team's going to be fired up. And when it comes to yards allowed per game, the Elks and Alouettes currently sit first and last in yards allowed per game. Montreal first, 333.5. Edmonton last, 422.9. Pretty interesting. Now, Jason Moss is 4-0 in his career, coaching against the Edmonton Elks. And, of course, Killam is 0-1 as they lost earlier here in Edmonton. That's some numbers for inside the numbers for Play Alberta. Did you know, though, that Fajardo right now he's completed 79.7 of his passes so far this year. That's pretty damn good.
Team has 1 win.
Jeez.
That's your stat.
Trying to look at the positives.
Go win football games, and let's talk about those as positives.
I got to latch on to something, Matthew. Just let me, please. I believe in Fajardo. I like Cody Fajardo. I think he's a good quarterback. And I think he's a little bit better than McLeod Bethel Thompson. I think that's going to be the difference tomorrow. I truly do. Like if Philpott and Mac were playing, I'd be a little bit more concerned, right? Because those guys can make plays out of nothing. You're just not having it.
You're not having it. Defense has played better the last 2 weeks, but they start poor and they end poor.
Do you think the defense is due for a letter?
I think that if the Elks want to win this football game, they have to be in control going into the 4th quarter. If it's a 1-possession game, the Elks defense will crumble.
Okay, so
they need to be 10 plus points in the 4th quarter. So going into the 4th or something, because this Elks defense, what we saw, you're going to give up a score early.
Yeah,
they're going to play well, but they can't close it when it matters the most.
You said it's got to be a 2-possession game going into the 4th, right?
I think so.
Okay.
If we're talking about an Elks pick, that's way. If it's within a possession, MBT is going to drive down the field and they're going to win this game because that's what we have seen throughout this entire season from the Elks. Whether they've played well or not played poor, they give up that late touchdown.
I agree with JC where I can't see McLeod having touchdown drives consistently tomorrow. And Castor says, of course, the president of the Trey Ford fan club can't give Fajardo his props.
Well, Castor, if you've actually listened to me, I have said that he is the better quarterback right now, and I've praised Cody Fajardo. I'm saying the team isn't going to win because they have one win this season. One win, Castor. That's it.
Yeah, Castor.
Why would you bet on that right now? Why would you, has he played well? Yes, but he's 0-2 as well. Trey Ford has only one win, and that's it, but he's got a lot of losses too. Go put up all the stats you want. Go win a football game, though. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. For sure. And they're going to start tomorrow. Tomorrow, the winning streak starts. Hey, the afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Everybody loves happy hour. Maddie, you like happy hour?
I'm actually going for a happy hour later.
See
I should
what
go
I mean?
to River Cree for it.
Hey, River Cree, 525 drinks. Available Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Go check them out. River Cree Resort and Casino. On the other side of the break, we'll get to faces of the franchises and close out the show. And we'll get you set for Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne. They'll take you home right up until 6. We're back after the break. Here's Benny, Sports Update.
The BC Lions clash with the Hamilton Tiger Cats tonight. Hamilton's rolling on a 6-game win streak after taking down the Elks last Saturday. Rourke versus Mitchell kicks off at 5:30. Tomorrow's depth charts are out for Elks and Alouettes. No changes expected on Edmonton's side. At the FedEx St. Jude Championship, Akshay Bhatia leads at 8 under. Canadian Taylor Pendrith is tied for 22nd, sitting at 2 under. In the MLB, it's the White Sox versus Mariners going at it as we speak. That game is currently sitting at the bottom of the second. Still, the score is 0-0. Reds versus Pirates also play today, and the Marylands versus the Braves. Faces of the franchise after break. I'm Ben Thompson, and you're up to date.
Avocado and feta dip, passion fruit cheesecake, and cocktails that taste like summer in a glass. Try the new feature menu at The Banquet. Refreshing, craveable, and made for sunny days. The Banquet. Get real. Play hard.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YEG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YEG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't miss award-winning platinum country artist Jake Owen at the River Cree Resort and Casino, August 15th. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Hey, we're back here. Final segment, EST Afternoons. Keep it locked on Edmonton Sports Talk. Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne coming up from 3 to 6. I got a wicked show for you, so keep it locked here on EST. We got to get to faces of the franchise. We've got about 10 minutes. Matthew,
ready for the
random choice generators ready to go?
I know who I want today. There's 2 options.
Oh.
Hey, that's awesome. Guess who it is?
Montreal Canadiens.
We were having this discussion yesterday.
I don't want to do this one.
No?
It's so hard.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
John Beliveau Guy Lafleur, Maurice Richard. There's an easy 3.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Where do we go from there? Who'd you say? Lafleur, Bellevue, and Maurice Richard.
Yeah. So
Patrick Roy.
You got Patty Waugh. You got Ken Dryden.
Does Henry Richard?
Oh,
yeah. You got Henry Richard.
Third all time.
If you want newer, there's Saku Koivu as well.
Larry Robinson.
You mentioned it yesterday, Benny. There's Carey Price.
Dryden.
Patty Waugh, and this might be a generational thing for me. I think Avs always. I don't think Habs.
Yeah, me too.
I think I would say it'd be Ken Dryden.
All-time games played is Carey Price.
Yeah. As a goalie, by the way.
All-time wins, obviously, Carey Price.
That's kind of my thing, is like...
Because Patrick Roy won a cup with Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Carey Price never did.
No.
But that wasn't his fault.
I think that's recency bias. I feel like if we're talking about the greatest goalies in Canadian history, it starts with Ken Dryden or Patty Waugh up there before Carey Price, maybe. No, am I wrong with that one?
Does he have a Hart Trophy?
Who?
Ken Dryden?
I only played 9 seasons, so I don't know.
I don't know.
Can I find...
Because you're right, because I look at Patrick Roy, and yes, Montreal Canadiens won a cup, but he's remembered for him going up to Tremblay and saying, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like
that's a rough exit. That's a rough exit.
That's what I mean.
He has 5 Vezinas, Ken Dryden, 3 shared with Mikel Larocque. He's a 6-time Stanley Cup champion. He was number 26 on Hockey News' 100 greatest players back in 98. Conn Smythe of 71, Calder 72. Like, it was a run.
Yeah.
Okay, but Reed Wilkins says
Jacques Plante.
Patrick Roy, 2 cups with the Canadiens, and Conn Smythe both times.
But I don't know if you could do faces of the franchise of someone who has that mark of I'm done, and then go like it wasn't just a trade. It wasn't just he went to go play for another team. But we know the coach left him in too long. He then got mad, said I'm done playing and stuff like that. One of the images of him was he not? I'm thinking of somebody else. Like it's. I don't know if that could be a face of your franchise now.
Yeah,
when you have a Ken Dryden or a Carey Price sitting there.
But do fans in Montreal, the diehards, no matter what generation, remember that, or are they over it?
I wasn't around for that, and I know of it. I think they all remember. I think they all wanted him back one day as a coach or something like that. But I don't know.
I'd have time for Jacques Plante.
Oh, yeah.
Reed also says Dryden does not have a heart. He won the Calder after he won the Conn Smythe. Dryden won the Vezina when it was based on stats and not a vote.
He also won how many Stanley Cups with them, though?
Yep.
He was listed again as one of the greatest 100 players. In 2017, the league also had him as one in the 100 greatest players.
So we have to go away then from Price, for sure.
Which sucks because it's like, I value heavily a goalie that won the Hart Trophy.
Carey Price is not listed in the 100 greatest.
I think he'll get there.
So it's between Plante,
but in that Patrick Roy was
and Roy.
Dryden was as well. So who did you have? Oh,
Dryden, Plante, or Roy.
Jean Beliveau, Guy Lafleur, and Maurice Richard. Are we putting those all in?
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
Okay, how are we going to decide the last one?
Oh man,
I like Henry Richard too, but yeah, you got to go goalie here. I think.
Do we have to go goalie?
No, but I think it's either Ken Dryden or Patrick.
Let me look at.
I think after that, to me, actually, the next one would be Saku Koivu.
Oh,
really?
Mm-hmm.
So Jacques Plante won how many is 7 Vezinas and a Hart Trophy for Montreal back in the 50s.
Reed Wilkins goes Maurice Richard, Lafleur, Harvey, Dryden.
Harvey?
He does, yeah. Doug Harvey.
He takes out Bellevaux?
Bellevaux.
Nah, the Bellevaux's too Mr. Montreal in my mind.
Yeah.
We have 4 minutes. I don't think we're going to decide.
Well, we got to pick one more. Are we putting this to a vote?
Yeah.
Who are you voting for?
I'll go Patrick Roy.
Who are you voting for?
I'd lean more Dryden than I'd go Plant Dryden than Waugh.
I'm voting Dryden.
I'm cool with Dryden.
So we all said 3. We all have different ones.
No, I have Dryden. He has Dryden.
Okay.
It was second on his list.
Okay, let's go Ken Dryden.
Yeah.
Okay. There you have it. He's going to send the image over.
I first got to get them to talk to me.
Yep.
Can you create a Mount Rushmore for the Montreal Canadiens? Jean Belo, Guy Lafleur, Maurice Richard, Ken Dryden. Yeah, let's go. Let's go ChatGPT.
Okay, that wasn't as hard. It's hard when it comes to the goalie because they've had outstanding goaltenders.
Oh, they're going right into the image. I don't even have to explain.
I mean, like
Jose Theodore.
Yeah, I mean, it was we were quick about this, but to be like, we just took off Patrick Waugh, maybe the greatest goalie of all time, not on the Mount Rushmore.
If it wasn't for how he left,
yes,
I don't think it would have been a conversation.
Yeah. 100%.
Of whether Patrick Waugh should have been there or not.
Reed makes a good point. He goes, you almost have to do faces for before and after 1967.
Yeah.
Well, do it on your show, not this show. Don't tell EST Afternoons how to do their show there, Reed.
Whoa.
Just kidding. What? He's telling you how to do your show. Defend your show here. Defend what you're doing.
Rip City Step says, Theodore has a heart, Benny.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm sending it.
Okay.
Go, load, send.
Okay.
I'm trying to defend your show here, Hernan.
No, I know.
You're just agreeing, yeah, I guess I could have done it better. No, this has been great.
I told Gager when we get Montreal, we might have to do 3 different ones. I told him that. And he was like, yeah, that one's going to be tough, but it's not that tough. Because let's be honest, guys, because you said as for guys like forwards or defensemen, you have Harvey, but like from like the last 30 years, for example, it's Saku Koivu, right? Like,
yeah.
Like the Kovalevs and those guys don't make it. There's no way.
All right, here it is.
Oh, there's your Habs one. I like how they put the goalie mask on.
I love it. I love it. Calvin sees Maddie, you're on Reed's list now.
That's fine. I'm defending the show that I get to be gracious. Like, I am lucky enough to be part of EST Afternoons sitting alongside Hernan here. It's his show. I'm going to defend him.
We're not even.
I'm going to defend what he's doing.
All right. We might have to. Because new school, it'd probably be Carey Price, Patrick Roy, Saku Koivu, and
Brendan Gallagher.
Andre Markov.
Markov was in my mind a little bit there.
Desjardins from the old school. The 94 team that won the cup.
Dusty is the resident Hab. We should have called him and asked his opinion.
Vinny Danfus.
Oh, good call.
Yeah.
Guy Carbonneau.
I love those images, man. That's awesome. See, you brought something brilliant to the show, and that's why you're Matthew Wanick, and we're just a bunch of jabronis. I would have never thought of that. I love it now. I love it.
You'll have to learn how.
Yeah, I will learn. You're going to have to show me.
Super simple.
Hey, big shout out to Ben Steiner for joining us to talk about Thomas Muller joining the Vancouver Whitecaps. JC Abbott from 3 Down Nation. We talked bird draft. Should we do an AHL of the draft? Right? Relegation is a possibility. Can someone make the jump to the pros?
Does someone deserve the jump to the pros? Go earn it.
And lots of Elks and Alouettes talk. I'm fairly confident that they're going to win tomorrow. More on that tomorrow, of course, on game day. And faces of the franchise Montreal Canadiens. For Benny, for Maddie, I'm Hernan saying stay tuned. Reed Wilkins, Jay Mellon coming up. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for the thumbs up. We love you. Chowders.